We're going to be talking about landlord representation this week. Last week was tenant representation. So this time we're just working for the landlord / owner as opposed to working for the tenants trying to get into space. We're working for the owner trying to find tenants for our space. All right, why should I look at landlord representation? It's kind of like when you're in real estate, they say if you want a long, successful career in real estate, you should get listings. Listings will control your business, make it more stable, potentially more successful, not necessarily, but more predictable, right? So by having control of listings will definitely make your life a little bit more predictable and your income level more predictable. So that's why a lot of people choose to focus on the landlord side, in addition to people are coming to you as opposed to you having to go out and constantly seek and find spaces that make sense. So that's why landlord reps are great. It's a great part of our industry to be in. The difference, or one of the differences, is on the tenant side, you're usually rewarded more because you're bringing the tenant to the landlord. The landlord side, it's like, look, I have 100,000 square feet of space, and people are coming to me, and so I get paid less by the owner, right? So the listing commissions are going to be anywhere from 6 to 7% generally, but you're paying out 4 to 4.5% to the tenant rep broker. Meaning if you're only at a 6% listing, I'm only keeping 2% as the landlord rep. The idea there is, though, I have more volume, and so it still all evens out at the end of the day. I'm seeing more and more people do a 3-and-3 split because I think that's what it should be. But still, a lot of the old schools are still at a 4-2. So just be aware of that. Now you can always tell your landlord or tell tenants, like, we're paying you 3%. Once the deal's already been talked about, your client wants it, the likelihood of them saying no is minimal. And frankly, I think that's still the right thing to do. Split the commission. Y'all are both working hard to make it work, so just split it. We talked about this last week. What is a landlord rep broker? Just the definition of a commercial real estate. I typed that wrong. That's my fault. A landlord rep is a licensed real estate agent that represents the owner and looking for tenants to come and lease their space for them. So that is a wrong slide. I'll make sure that is changed before we send it off. And of course, we are working towards a lease, and the definition of a lease, again, is a written agreement under which a property owner allows a tenant to use the property for a specific period of time in return for payment of agreed upon rent.